back. You're watching the Late Night News. Well, the brutal reality of the Bareilly train incident is haunting the entire country. The public criticisms may have prompted a change that reflected in this evening. The woman athlete who lost her leg will now receive an additional 2 lakhs from the government after being offered 25,000 earlier and a job with the railways now. The 3 men who threw Sonu off after attempting to snatch her chain are still at large.
This ends Arunima Sinha's dream of playing for the country. The 23-year-old state-level volleyball player lost her leg in a horrific attack early Wednesday morning. She was on a train to Noida to apply for a CISF job. At 2 a.m., 3 men cornered her in the packed general compartment and tried to snatch her chain. She resisted, but no one came to her rescue, and the men pushed her off the train.
ये मुझे दिखा सामने से कि कोई ट्रेन आ रही है, लाइट जलने मैंने उठने की कोशिश की, तब तक ट्रेन चल जा रही थी, कुछ बात मुझे याद है.
By that time, she had bled profusely, lucky to have survived, and the attackers untraceable.
ये बहुत ही सीरियस कंडीशन में आई थी, इस शॉक में थी, इसका मैं एक पैर पूरा ऑलमोस्ट कटा हुआ था और एक में इंजरी थी, एक पैर भी काटना पड़ गया. दुखद बात ये हो गई.
This horrific attack comes less than 2 months after national kabaddi player 21-year-old Manisha Rana was shot at point-blank range in Patna. Her killer, a drunken CRPF jawan who fell snubbed because she had refused to give her phone number. The same week, 23-year-old Soumya was pushed out of a moving train, raped and left to die, all because she had resisted a robbery attack. These are women of the same small-town India, trying to fight the same odds of poverty and self-assertion. But their dreams continue to die young. With Randeep Singh in Bareilly and Anant Zanane, Madhusudan for NDTV.
And the government's initial response left both the athlete and the entire country winded. Sports Minister Ajay Maken offered 25,000 rupees as compensation. The Railways Ministry offered to cover her medical expense. And now, after much public outcry, the compensation has been upped.
फुटबॉल में हमने कल रेलवे मिनिस्ट्री को भी हमने चिट्ठी लिखी है कि इस प्रकार की घटना नहीं होनी चाहिए और साथ में हमने एक्स ग्रेशिया के रूप में एकदम से शुरू में हमने 25,000 दिया है. ज़रूरत पड़ेगी हम और भी पैसा इसको खिलाड़ी के लिए हम लोग देंगे. और ये सबसे पहले हम लोगों ने हमारे साई के जो अथॉरिटीज़ हैं इनको हमने कहा कि आप वहाँ पर जाइए, देख कर के आइए और 25,000 रुपये आज शाम तक के हम उसको खिलाड़ी को देंगे. ज़रूरत पड़ेगी हम और पैसा भी देंगे. और साथ साथ में मैं गृह मंत्री को भी मैं लिख रहा हूं कि वो CISF की भर्ती के लिए वो जा रही थी जिस वक्त उसका हादसा हुआ है. तो अब वो बेचारी खिलाड़ी नहीं है, लेकिन उसको इस चीज़ जो घटना उसके साथ में हुई है उसको ध्यान में रख करके उसको नौकरी वहाँ पर दी जाए. रेलवे को भी कंपनसेशन देना चाहिए और रेलवे को मैंने जाँच के लिए भी मैंने कहा.
Moving on, Narendra Modi has criticized the Prime Minister for not casting his vote during the Assam polls. The Congress now has shot back saying that the Prime Minister is a very busy man.
तब मुझे जानकर के पीड़ा होती है कि भारत के प्रधानमंत्री डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह, जिनको आम्बेडकर जी ने संविधान दिया, आम्बेडकर जी ने वोट का अधिकार दिया, लेकिन डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी ने आसाम में जाकर के, जहां के वो मतदाता है, आसाम के महत्वपूर्ण चुनाव में मतदान नहीं किया. देश के नागरिकों के लिए ये खबर अपने आप में दुख पहुंचाने वाली है और 14 अप्रैल आम्बेडकर जयंती के दिन वो विशेष रूप से दुखदायक लगती है.
I think it does not require very much of intelligence to understand that a prime minister of the size of the country that India is obviously has legitimate preoccupations. So I don't think it really serves the Bharatiya Janata Party or the Chief Minister of Gujarat to really be raising issues which are completely devoid of substance.
Moving on, Agriculture Minister Sharad Pawar is at the center of a fresh controversy centering around corporate lobby's Neera Radia's statement to the CBI that he may be controlling DB Realty, which is one of the companies named in the Spectrum scam. The BJP has also been targeting Pawar, alleging that he has close links with Shahid Balwa, who is the chief of DB Realty, to the extent of taking rides with him on his private plane. Mr. Pawar spoke to NDTV and denied these reports. He says he knows Vinod Goenka's family personally, but does not have any business association with them or DB Realty.
टेलीकॉम लाइसेंस देने के लिए मुझे किसी ने ही कांटेक्ट नहीं किया कि आप हमारे लिए करो, या मैंने किसी को सिफारिश की, मैंने किसी की रिकमेंडेशन। और इसके दूसरी बात यह है कि टेलीकॉम लाइसेंस देने के प्रोसेस में मेरा रोल और कोई अधिकार मेरा बिल्कुल नहीं है। मैं एग्रीकल्चर का काम देश का देखता हूँ, खेती का काम देखता हूँ, इसलिए ये मेरा क्षेत्र नहीं, इसलिए ये बात सरासर झूठ है।
Moving on, the top officers from the CBI are in Santiago to make sure whether the person in custody of the Chilean police is Abdul Rauf. He is the man wanted in the IC-814 hijacking case. The CBI team is meeting the Chilean prosecutor today. Rauf was arrested in a fake visa case in January. During investigations, Chilean police found that there was an Interpol notice against a person of the same name who was involved in the hijacking of the Indian Airlines' IC-814 in 1999 in Kandahar. Rauf was reportedly the brother-in-law of Jaish-e-Mohammed leader Masood Azhar, the terrorist who was released by the Indian government as part of the deal struck with the hijackers. Now, India has sent a team to Chile to verify whether a man arrested there is the man India wants, Abdul Rauf, a key conspirator of the hijacking. Now, Foreign Minister S.M. Krishna says the intelligence agencies would assess whether it's the same person.
Well, our intelligence agencies have deputed their representatives to go to that country and then to make an assessment whether it is the same person who is responsible for that hijacking. Well, if it is so, then necessary follow-up action will be initiated.
Well, moving on, with the census report recently being released, which is highlighting India's skewed sex ratio amongst children, there was one man who had quite a bit to say about it. Farooq Abdullah stated that if it continued, then the future men apparently might just have to turn gay.
And the truth is, the population is growing at a much faster rate. Unfortunately, the male sex is growing faster and women are being eliminated. I don't know whether a time will come we'll all become gays. That might happen when we will not find girls to marry.
Let's now take a quick look at our gold and silver traded today. Here are the bullion trades. And coming up on the late night news, for the first time in Indian cinema, a sports icon will be profiled, and the Flying Sikh sets this benchmark.